Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Excuse me, my throat has been dry. I've been recording all day, so excuse me. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another one of those legacy builds? Is that the right word of saying it? I don't know. But we have another build. It is called Burst. Robot's called Burst. Essentially, it was from RR2, one of my builds, and I transferred basically the concept over to Robot Rumble 2 from Robot Arena 2, and this is the first version of it when I first started the game. Again, it looks very elementary, right? Then I believe, yeah, this is V2 of the same robot. So as you can see, you can tell by the little piston there. Here's a better image of it. It's a pneumatic hammer, so it's powered by gas, meaning it's powered by gas. It's a pneumatic hammer, has only a limited number of chops, but it can hit very hard. Now, we have Burst V1, V2, we're moving on to V3. What can V3 hold? What can V3 hold? The first two versions never made to the light of battle, but V3 will. V3 will. So let's find out what V3 is. Without further ado, here is Burst V3. Very sleek and nice, is it not? I'm quite proud of it. It is a electric hammer saw. What I wanted to do was a pneumatic hammer saw, but I couldn't figure out how to get the hammer saw part to work with the pneumatic piston. So I just decided to make it electric. So I have a lynch motor powering the hammer part, the hammer swing of it, and then I have this TP100 powering the saw part of it, quote unquote saw part of it. So basically a hammer saw is a hammer, but instead of that smashy bit, it's a saw or a spinner, basically a spinner on it. So it can function as a vert spinner and a overhead hammer spinner, basically. Did that make sense? I hope that made sense. I don't know. I think that made sense. But I think you'll get it when we do the testing. So the robot is, I mean, if y'all say, oh look, it's a Terrorhurtz vibes, Team Hertz vibes. Yeah, it is definitely Team Hertz vibes. I use Burst as like a way to kind of skeleton, crew, and build Onyx. So Onyx V5 will look not similar, but it'll definitely have vibes of Burst V3. Put it that way. This is its fork configuration, so I have this big long ass tongue right here made out of hardox. It's basically meant to just scoop right underneath the spinners and allow me to hit overhead. The forks here are just to trap them in place or get underneath at weird angles of attack, and essentially the big wedges in the front. So I want to take everything in the front. This side armor here on both sides is titanium all around. The armor wrap essentially, so it's guarding my tires and the side of the robot. Essentially all the armor is within this wrap and front area. Of course I have these sections of titanium to guard the motor from getting hit, guard the hammer bit as the saw bit of getting hit by spinners or whatnot. It's very low, it's not the fastest robot, but definitely makes up for it in its hard hitting potential. So like the arm here is titanium, the spinner here is 8 kilograms of hardox, and you can notice the shape of it. So it is a bar spinner, I think it's a bar spinner, but we have this tooth up here, if you can see where my mouse is. So every time the spinner comes down, that tip, so it's like a hammer, so that, or like an axe, so that thing will come down and land on the opponent. But if you can imagine that spinning at 250 miles per hour, so you have the momentum of the hammer arm plus the momentum of the spinning bit powering the tip coming all down on the opponent. That's essentially what a hammer saw. So it's a very big hit with a lot of energy, and in case the hammer bit goes down, we still have a vert to use. We can always run this thing backwards into our opponents. I mean, yeah, you know, it's obviously doesn't have forks or anything, but still we can run this backwards into our opponent. As you can see, it's not, I think it's the floor, but it's not the fastest thing I have. But you can see the arm is very powerful. It's very stable. Let's see the telemetry here. Where is the... So you can see the tip force and all that stuff is very scary. 2,000 newtons of force. That's very scary. That's just the arm bit. The hammer bit spins up 250 miles per hour, I said. So it's 12,000 joules of energy with the 2,000 with the tip force. So I don't. That's one hell of a hit. Put it that way. That's one hell of a hit. That's a lot of energy. You know, it's bam, and then because the blade is spinning downward, so we're facing forward. It's facing the spinner's facing downward. So it's meant to dig in and then kind of spin and beat downward on the opponent when the hammer's down like this. So yeah, I mean that's what the hammer saw is. So it's a big burst of damage. Literally, that's what the name is based on. It's a big burst of damage. So it's a high offense weapon, high damaging weapon. There's the word. High damaging weapon with, I guess, alright defense. I mean, I've never entered this thing in a tournament. Again, this is more of a concept build, but I won't be mad entering this thing in a tournament. I think it looks hella sexy, especially with like these corner spire type of thing. It looks like the ghost from Halo when it boosts. It has like the stream of plasma energy kind of coming out of the thrusters. Kind of gives me that vibe. It looks very nice. Let me show you the anti-horizontal. So here's Burst V3 with its plow. So all the armors change. Essentially the side spires here are titanium, but the rest is all hardox. So it's 8 kilograms of hardox, which is, you know, not the heaviest wedge in the world, but it's backed by this titanium. It's basically meant to feed and deflect, and hopefully we can get a pin on the wall, spin up the hammer saw, and bring it down on the opponent. So if we test outside, basically if you can imagine me deflecting, push against the wall, and then we spin it up, right? The robot's not moving, the opponent's not moving, boom, big damage with the hammer saw, right? And then we back away and do it all over again. Or if they're pinned like down the wall, boom, bring it down again, boom, bring it down again. So you can see there's a bunch of tactics. It's in this form, it's very unstable because we don't have the long support in the front. It's very short support, so it's very, very unstable in this version. So you gotta wait for that good hit. It's unlimited swings, but you gotta wait for that good hit, otherwise it's curtains for us. With that being said though, I hope you enjoyed Burst. I mean, this is a concept build, might be in a tournament, I don't know. I want to enter it, it looks very cool. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this little builder vlog of sorts with this new creation. It is a lighter disc too, I didn't realize that's a lighter disc. Yeah, I can make the shafts lighter, make the disc heavier, who knows. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this builder vlog. This is Burst. I can't wait for next episode. Next episode is another one of my, I think it's my first flipper build when I started the game, and it's the more successful robots. So yeah, that's definitely more of my quote-unquote serious robots for competition, just because it does so well and it has a reputation to uphold. So stay tuned for that episode. It's a very good episode. If you like fruits, stay tuned for that episode. With that being said, hope you have a great day, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.